I'm Ed McNeil, and this is Winston-Salem Fire Department Saves. Winston-Salem firefighters responded to 752 fire calls last year. It pales in comparison to the number of calls from residents in need of emergency medical care. Delba Haynes loves the Winston-Salem Fire Department. A few years back, she was having a really bad day. It started with an asthma attack, but before the day was over, she was under the care of the Winston-Salem Fire Department.
And I was making a U-turn in the street, and that's when the tree just fell on my car. And I was like, oh my God. And then the power went out.
Delba Haynes has needed the Winston-Salem Fire Department before. She's describing what led to this, a tree on the top of her car with live power lines in it. She's even had to call the department because of smoke in her home. She needed them again on a spring day in 2017, and that brings us to this, a reunion.
Charles, good to see you again. Miss Delba.
Hey, Delba.
You look so good now.
Thank you.
You look so good.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy to see where you're at.
Thank you. Well, the day was May the 24th, 2017. I got up that morning. I wasn't feeling well because I was wheezing from asthma. So I went to the doctor, and he wrote me a prescription. In the meantime, I came home, and I was waiting for the pharmacist to call me and said my prescription was ready, but I texted my husband and said that I'm from the doctor and I'm not feeling well. I'm gonna take a nap, and that's what I did. I laid down and took a nap.
She woke up wheezing and looking for an inhaler. Her son tried to help.
May the 24th, 2017, I received a call from my son saying that my wife was in bad shape. She couldn't hardly breathe. And at that time I was at work, so I came home to find her and scrambling and trying to get breath into her lungs, and we was losing her fast.
That's when the call went out.
Engine 4, please respond to 1904 Lion Street, reference breathing difficulty. Forward responding.
The fire truck arrived. I jumped up, ran in to meet him, and one of the firefighters came in with me, and he got on the bed with me to get her, and he tested her to find out that she wasn't responsive and didn't have pulse, and he said, "We're losing her, let's get her off the bed."
We got her onto the floor. My partner at the time, Engineer Delalis and Engineer Keaton, who is not here today, we began CPR, including chest compressions, oxygen therapy using a bag valve mask, and using the automatic external defibrillator. We performed CPR for roughly 3 to 4 minutes before Forsyth County EMS arrived on scene.
I stepped out to get my son so that he wouldn't see his mom in the condition. And I went into the kitchen, and one EMS came in. They came in and started assisting and helping the firefighters that remained in the room with her. And one of the firefighters came in and took me in the kitchen, and he told me that they didn't have a pulse, that her heart had stopped. And at that time I was tears started flowing, and I just turned around and said, "Lord, please bring her back, because we need her, you know." And about that time, the captain, he hollered up the hall and said, "We got a pulse, we got a heartbeat, let's go."
This is where Delba Haynes ended up, the critical care unit of the Forsyth Medical Center.
I regained consciousness like 21 days after entering the hospital because they had put me in an induced coma to do all that stuff that they had to do to me.
She spent another 21 days in rehab learning to walk again. She recovered, and soon her thoughts were on the men who saved her.
I was telling him, I said, I'm looking for the firefighters that resuscitated me. I said, my name is Delba Haynes, and I told him the date, and he said, that was me.
This is awesome. I mean, this is my first time where I've experienced that, you know, being able to meet a patient again, like on positive grounds and stuff like that. So it's really awesome to be able to meet her again.
Captain Lindholm says hearing about Delba surviving was welcoming news.
Well, since we don't hear about a lot of the outcomes, especially good outcomes, it's a sense that makes this choice of a profession worth everything. For 20 years I've been doing this, and this is the second time I've been able to meet someone that I have directly impacted their life. So it's a special moment. It's a moment that I will hold on to forever because this validates my choice of careers.
And he doesn't mind that it's a career that will emphasize training until his last day on the job.
We are trained constantly in CPR. We are recertified yearly. So this is something not only do we see a lot of out in the field, we are consistently trained to be better and perform better CPR.
The department responded to 16,996 medical emergencies like Delba's last year. She and her family are grateful to the men and the women of the department who cared for her that day. For the City of Winston-Salem, I'm Ed McNeil.